Following 15 months of brutal military conflict, including the crimes of genocide and ethnic cleansing, Egypt, Qatar, and the US issued a joint statement on January 15, declaring that Israel and Hamas have indeed reached an agreement to release hostages and seek sustainable ceasefire between them. Frankly, expressing optimism about the widely anticipated ceasefire deal is quite difficult for most observers, including yours truly. After all, we have seen this movie before. Why would this particular attempt succeed after similar attempts failed over the past 7 months alone? Nitpicking and last-minute second thoughts by both sides are making it difficult to trust these optimistic announcements and media speculations. Indeed, Prime Minister Netanyahu insists that a deal has not been reached as final details are still being sorted. The ceasefire deal announced at the White House by President Biden has not been fully released to the public at large. However, a leaked version of the draft has been circulated by Reuters and other media outlets. It is, as President Biden admitted, a similar framework to the framework he proposed 7 months earlier. Few key facts are worth emphasizing. 1. The draft deal is not new. It is a different rendition of the same proposal circulated by mediating parties, including the US, back on May 31, 2024. Second, the deal is partial, multi-phased, and gradual in nature, failing to solve fundamental issues separating Israelis and Palestinians. Third, the diplomatic efforts to rush the process have nothing to do with a genuine conviction or epiphany by the international community to effect peace in the region. Instead, it seems determined to create a peace mirage to mostly satisfy political agendas and public relations needs by the outgoing Biden administration and the incoming Trump administration. Therefore, the January 20th target is an American-driven deadline and not a Palestinian or an Israeli one for that matter. Now, with that said, many of us concerned about the genocidal war still unfolding in Gaza would gladly welcome a genuine ceasefire deal if that arrangement were guaranteed to deliver the following objectives. 1. If it will indeed end the genocidal bloodletting still unfolding in the Gaza Strip by producing an enforceable, sustainable, or long-term ceasefire. Second, it actually leads to the immediate and unconditional release of all hostages and political prisoners without delay and without legal schemes, including the prompt rearrest of those released earlier by Israel. Third, it leads to a total Israeli withdrawal from the Gaza Strip, not redeployment or repositioning of troops to facilitate future incursions at will. Fourth, it will allow the almost 2 million displaced Gazans to return once and for all to their homes and resume a measure of normalcy in their daily lives. The partial draft released yesterday fails to do so by postponing substantive issues to subsequent phases in the process, thus leaving the future governance of Gaza too vague for comfort. Frankly, if it is approved by both sides, the agreement is predisposed to be short-lived and subject to further conflicts in the near future. Ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts.